Several years ago, there was this funny guy, kind of a goofy guy, and he was on TV, and he was selling how to get free stuff from the government. You ever see him? And he would come out with a suit that had all these question marks on it. So of course, everybody wanted to know, what's that all about? What's this question marks mean? And his answer was, it really struck me that it was quite profound. He said, these question marks on my suit are reminders to us that we need to ask the right questions in order to live a highly successful life. We have most of the answers. We got to ask the right questions. And I go, yeah, that's right. We got to ask the right questions. So today, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the questions I think that would be wise for us all to ask ourselves. That sound good? Yeah. So, okay, good. For the past 35 years, I've had the good fortune to be a health and fitness trainer. And I've been able to work with hundreds of individuals of all ages, all fitness levels, different health challenges to greatly improve their health and well-being. But also during that time, I met and talked to so many people that are struggling with sticking with a healthy diet or an exercise program, or really just making their health and their energy a big priority. So many people are struggling with that. And so I always think, I don't get it. Why? Why are they having such a hard time? Because we all know the benefits, right? We all know the benefits if you exercise regularly, if you eat healthy food, you get rest, how much better you're going to feel, and all these things. And then also, I think we also know that in order to be highly successful in any aspect of your life, it takes a lot of energy, doesn't it? It takes a lot of energy. And I assume everybody would like to be highly successful. So therefore, I'm asking this question, why do people have such a hard time making their health a top priority? Because it's kind of the foundation for whatever else you want to do in your life. So in just a minute, I'm going to give you what I came up with, what my answer is for that, okay? All right. What if you woke up one morning and asked yourself, what if I'm missing being a lot more productive and successful and being more excited and having more fun in my life and living an inspired life? What if I'm missing that? What if I have some limiting beliefs and doubts, things that other people expect me to do? And what if I'm just kind of going along with the herd and doing things that other people expect me to do? And so, if you ask yourself, am I just surviving or am I thriving? If you ask yourself, what if I could actually live the life of my dreams? That's your daydreams, not your night dreams, right? Okay. So, as the earlier speaker talked about love and fear, there's only two actually big emotions in the world. There's love and there's fear. Okay? And the only true force in the universe is really love. Because and all the other emotions that we have, you can all trace them back to either love or fear. So if you're feeling healthy and you're feeling energetic and you're optimistic and you're excited about your life and you're having fun, you're in love. Okay? But on the other hand, if you're kind of struggling and you're not feeling healthy, you're not feeling energetic, you're not optimistic, and maybe you're complaining about your life and you're feeling lack, any of these negative feelings, and maybe you're blaming other people or outside events for what's going on in your life, that's being in fear. That's being in fear. So at any moment we have a choice. We can choose to be in love or we can choose to be in fear. And there's a great saying that I love. It says, life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. Okay? So what if you begin to believe that we were all eternal spiritual beings, that we're here on this planet for a short time with this physical body to live our purpose and to make a big difference in the world? And what if we realize that we're not human beings having spiritual experiences, we're spiritual beings having human experiences? And what if you realized that your body is your gift for God, your gift from God? Our bodies are our vehicle to live our purpose and to be the best that we can be and to have these experiences and to grow and to become a higher conscious spiritual being. So I think what the challenge is, so many people have kind of a disconnect between your physical life and your spiritual life. And there's no disconnect. They're one in the same. They're one in the same. So I think if we realize that our body is our vehicle to do whatever it's important for us to do in our life, then doesn't it make sense that we should take better care of it? We should make creating good health and energy and vitality our top priority. Would you all agree with that? And could you do that? You could, couldn't you? You can actually do that. Okay, and then what if we really developed an unconditional love for our body and for our life? If you did that, how would your life change? Would you be able to be a lot more successful? And would you be more inspired? Would you be able to just really live a higher quality, higher purpose life? I think the answer is yes. And what about this? What if you actually committed to living a healthier lifestyle? It's what I call the ageless living lifestyle. That's the lifestyle that I've created and I've been living and teaching for the past 35 years. So what if you actually began to exercise every day, regularly? You ate healthy, whole, organic, real foods. You got enough rest. You got rid of all this stress, all this rushing around. How would your life be? You think you might be a little more productive, more successful? Wouldn't you? And you could do that. Couldn't you do that? You could. All right. Good. So once again, we always have a choice every moment if we're going to be in fear or we're going to be in love. Okay. Now, what if we ask ourselves, or what if we begin to believe in oneness instead of separation? You know, we're actually all one human race on this planet, right? We're all the same. We all come from the same source, or from spirit, or from God, or however you want to think about that. And we all could live an inspired life. You know, the word inspiration or inspired, it's really a cool word. It's in spirit. So when you're inspired, when you're in spirit, that means you're connected to spirit. You're connected to source. And almost everything is possible. Everything is possible. And what about this? What if we began to believe and live in the golden rule? The golden rule. How easy is that? How simple is that? Maybe we could stop fighting with each other and stop killing each other. And maybe we could realize that this beautiful planet, this Mother Earth that we live on, is really a playground. It's not a battlefield. How about that? And what if we began to believe in cooperation and collaboration instead of competition? How would that change the world? How would that raise the standard for everybody in the whole world? And we could just keep competition for sporting events. We could do that, couldn't we? And what if we began to really appreciate and respect our beautiful planet, our Mother Earth, and all of its creations? And we began to take care of it instead of destroy. You know, we've been destroying our life support system, have we? Polluting our planet. I think we could actually we could solve the employment problem in the world by just putting people to work to restore and rejuvenate our planet and get rid of the pollution and come up with new solutions for renewable energy. We could employ the whole world doing that. We could do that. And what if we just began to share all of the world's resources? Buckminster Fuller, who was a scientist and a visionary and an inventor back in the 60s, he was a professor at Southern Illinois University. And him and his students, they mapped out where all the resources, important resources, were in the world and how they could be distributed so all the people of the world could share in the resources so everybody could have a high standard of living. How cool is that? We have that information. We have that data. We have the technology. We can actually do that. But we have to speak up and talk about that. So what if we taught our children, young children, what they really need to know? How to take care of their physical body so they can be healthy and energetic. How to have high self-esteem. How to create relationships with people. Isn't that the world needs? How to relate to each other. And to know that everybody on earth is their brother and their sister. You know? And that they could live their dreams. Everything is possible for them. What if we taught them that? What if that was the first thing we taught our children? How do you think the future of our planet would be? Think it might be a lot better? Yes, sir. I think it would be quite a lot better. Okay, so one more thing before we get into the close. Now, how much time is left? 1 minute? Oh, 1 minute. Okay, all right. So here's the big what-if question. What if you didn't believe what you might be thinking right now? You might be thinking, Well, this sounds really great, but it's not realistic. It's never going to happen. Most people have those thoughts. But think about this. If that's your belief, and we all know that that's what you're going to create in reality, isn't that true? So if that's your belief, that's what you're going to create. That's what's going to happen. That's where you're going to live. So we have to realize that we're all either part of the solution or we're part of the problem. Yes? Yes. You know, it said that we don't really regret things that we did in our life, but we regret the things that we didn't do in our life. So what if you began to actually ask yourself all these questions? What if? And what if you committed to becoming the highest possible, live from the highest place you possibly could and be your very best self? What if you actually committed to doing that? So tomorrow morning when you wake up, I hope you ask yourself, what if?